Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode. Today, we are talking about taking charge of your health and well being. I'm going to share some tips, but please note I am not an expert. I'm not a doctor. These are just things that I do to help my health be at its best. So let's get started. So, listen, this one is a very basic tip, but it's such an important one because it's always overlooked. It's booking regular health checkups. And it's so important because last year we had a little scare with my husband and he collapsed during a run. And we always say, if we had only had regular blood work or seen his doctor more regularly, we might have been able to prevent that from happening. So, with that said, be sure to discuss with your doctor regular checkups, discuss age-appropriate screening such as mammograms, cervical cancer screening, pap smears, or human papillomavirus tests, and bone density tests with your doctor. Number 2, eat a healthy and balanced diet. You know me, I'm a huge advocate for eating a very balanced diet, everything in moderation, but I believe eating foods, I think it's just, you think about it as eating foods that help you thrive, food that fuels you and helps you get through the day and that give you lots of energy. Think about eating the rainbow. Listen, I don't believe in restrictive diets. So listen to your body, get to know your body, get to know what it likes and how your body thrives and what kind of foods help your body thrive. Make it a habit to consume a balanced diet filled with wholesome foods. And of course, stay hydrated and limit processed foods, sugary snacks, and excessive caffeine and alcohol. Get moving. This is a big one for me. As you know, I'm all about fitness, but this doesn't mean just going for a workout. Fitness can be movement of all kinds. You can think of it as going to get active with your family, a bike ride, a walk. Walking is so underrated. It is so key. So go for a daily walk. Aim for 30 minutes a day. Strength training is also important to help with your muscle mass. So 3 times a week at least, you want to be lifting some weights. And again, just get moving and don't overthink it. Take care of your mental health. I refer to this as mental fitness, and it's huge for me because I've made it such a huge priority this year. I've incorporated meditation into my routine. I have a daily gratitude journal. Every morning, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for, and then every night with my daughters, we talk about one thing that we're grateful for that day. And, if you aren't into meditating, I find that even just breathing can help keep you grounded and keep you calm. Please also reach out for support if you're experiencing feelings of anxiety, depression, or other mental health concerns. And of course, don't be afraid to try new things and explore new hobbies because that always helps with your mental fitness. Don't forget about your sexual and reproductive health. Practice safe sex to prevent sexually transmitted infections and unintended pregnancies. Consider regular gynecologist checkups and discuss birth control options and family planning with your healthcare provider. Another way you can take charge of your sexual and reproductive health is by making sexual health screening a part of your routine or habits, such as getting screened and tested for HPV to reduce the likelihood of cervical cancer. For those of you who aren't familiar with this term, the human papillomavirus, or HPV, is more than 100 related viruses. They mostly spread through sexual activity, and many adults get an HPV infection sometime in their life, but they might not even notice it because it doesn't appear with any symptoms. And often our body just gets rid of the virus on its own, just as you would a common cold. However, if this type of HPV is more dangerous and it doesn't go away, it can increase the risk of various cancers like cervical cancer in women. When you get an HPV test, your doctor will collect a tiny sample of cells from your cervix. These cells are sent to a place like Life Labs for examination. Here they look for the presence of HPV, and then they genotype it to see if the high-risk HPV commonly associated with cervical cancer is present. If you're interested in getting tested or you want to learn more, make sure you visit lifelabs.com. Prioritize your breast health. This is a big one. I think we should get comfortable performing regular breast self-exams and report any unusual changes or lumps to your doctor. Discuss mammograms and breast cancer screenings with your healthcare provider as well. I had to do this myself earlier than typically recommended since I have a history of breast cancer in my family. Heart health is wealth. So do your part and take care of your heart. You can start by being aware of what your blood pressure and cholesterol levels are and take steps to manage them if needed. A healthy, balanced diet plays a huge part in your heart health. So it's really important that you eat well, you stay active, you avoid smoking, and avoid excessive alcohol consumption. Immunizations do matter. Stay up to date with your recommended vaccinations, including flu shots, HPV vaccines, and other age-specific immunizations. Get in those Z's. Sleep is often underrated, and many of us put it very low on the priority list. However, I highly recommend aiming for 7 to 9 hours a night. I find it really helpful to set a bedtime alarm to remind yourself to start to wind down and get ready for bed. You know, a good habit to implement is turning off your screen, putting your phone in another room, and that way you're not itching to jump and scroll on your phone all night. Make self-care top of your to-do list. Make time for activities that bring you joy and relaxation. So whether it's reading, spending time with loved ones, or pursuing hobbies, self-care is not selfish. Healthy skin is in. Protect your skin from sun exposure by wearing sunscreen and protective clothing. Perform regular skin checks to monitor for any changes in moles or skin conditions. Don't forget to wear that hat. Stay informed, last but not least, keeping yourself informed about your family medical history and being proactive in addressing potential genetic risks. Stay updated on the latest health guidelines and recommendations. There you go. Please note, again, I am not an expert. I'm not a doctor when it comes to medical health stuff. So please remember that everyone's health needs are unique and different, which is why it's so important to work closely with your healthcare provider to create a personalized health plan that addresses your specific needs. I hope you found this information helpful and valuable, and I hope it helps you take charge of your health and well-being. Remember, your health is a treasure worth investing in. Huge thanks to Life Labs for supporting this podcast and their mission to empower women to prioritize their health through the HPV cervical cancer screening. By making screening a habit, we're embracing a path to proactive health management. If you're interested in getting tested or want to learn more, visit lifelabs.com, and please don't forget to spread the word to all the women you know. Stay strong and stay well, Trisha.